everybody, MntDewMania here, and welcome back to my RedNeck Rants. And there goes the sun. And I'm going to take a break from working for a little bit here on Vox Populi Diamond. Been doing some work that you will probably see in another video somewhere else later in the week. And I think I'm just going to relax and we're going to do a little swimming. We'll go this way, do a little bit exploring. And make sure I marked my house. Couldn't remember. I've made that mistake before. But you learn and you live and you learn. So, and if you haven't guessed from that little tidbit of information, that is our topic of today. M is for mistakes. Now, first, before we get started, let me tell you the super duper definition that I got from the handy dandy dictionary of mistakes. Whoa. Very cool. Let's go check this out. Definition of mistakes is an error in action, calculation, opinion, or judgment caused by poor reasoning, carelessness, insufficient knowledge, etc. There's some things down there. So, yeah, basically that's what a mistake is. You try something, you think something, you do something, and for whatever reason, you get it wrong. Okay? So, you made a mistake. Okay? That simple. And most of the times, that's where it ends also. Okay, so what? You made a mistake. People make mistakes all the time. Looks like somebody's already been here. People make mistakes all the time. It's a fact of life, you know. We are all human. We all make mistakes. There's really no secret potion. There's no all right answers. And that's how we learn. Hopefully, that's how you learn. You learn from your mistakes. If I climb to the top of that and I'll fall 4 or 5 times getting to the top of that, I've made a mistake. Hopefully, I will learn from those mistakes, and next time, maybe I can climb it and not fall at all. Okay? That's learning from your mistakes. That's simplified, of course, but that's the gist of it. But the problem with mistakes is it's not us all the time. A lot of time it has to do, this doesn't look safe, with other people and their inability, their inability to forget the mistakes that we have made. Some people, for whatever reason, it's like they thrive on the knowledge that they know that we screwed up. This looks very, They know that we screwed up, and it's almost like they enjoy gloating about it. And some people, seriously, they will remember that stuff until the day after they die. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Life doesn't come with instructions. People are going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up. That's just the way it is. We are human, okay? And mistakes are pretty much just, in my opinion, they're proof that you're trying. If you didn't make any mistakes ever, I wouldn't think you were doing anything ever. It's like, I don't know, you make one mistake. Okay, let's say it's a big mistake, all right? And it's like everybody judges you just on that one. They don't remember all the good stuff you've done. Oh, no, that's out the window. It's like all they can focus on is that one mistake you made, and how big it was, and how horrific it was, and what a horrible, nasty person you are because of it. There is no empathy, there is no sympathy. It's just that mistake. That one mistake. That's all they remember. Ever. And, you know, and you just want to just, I mean, you get frustrated. I do. I mean, is that all you see? Is that what you see? Is that one mistake I made? You can't see anything else I've ever done that was good or right. You saw that mistake, and that was it. And I'm just like, well, that's not all that I am. I mean, why are you letting this one mistake define me? I mean, why? And it's just, in my opinion, your best teacher um, is your last mistake, because it's going to teach you what not to do in the future. You have to learn from them, okay? And unfortunately, usually our worst enemy is our memories, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I make a mistake, it's just like, it haunts me, you know? I mean, it's like, I can't get past it. I can't get over it. It's there continuously, constantly. It's just like sticking its face right up in mine. Ha 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 ha. You can't forget me. And I'm just like, sometimes I'm my own worst enemy. I tend to be my own worst critic as well. I just can't. I mean, deep down, I know, yeah, it's a mistake. I made a mistake. But on the other hand, I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. It just gets. I mean, if I did everything right, I would never learn anything. And people, I mean, and especially younger people, it's like, well, you're an adult, you're supposed to know everything. I don't know how y'all figured that out, huh? Now, when I was a teenager, I thought I knew everything. At 18, I thought I was just the most worldly person in the universe. I knew everything, you know? And 10 years later, I look back, and that was the stupidest thing I could have ever said to myself. It's one of the biggest mistakes I ever thought of. That I knew something, and I didn't know nothing. So, um, it's funny that I mean, it's a mistake, yeah. It's being human. That's all it is. That's all we can do. If you don't mess up, like I said, if you don't mess up on something, you're not going to learn. And I mean, and you can learn from other people's mistakes too. And do not make the mistake of thinking that you will never make that mistake. Because if you see somebody run and jump off a cliff and they break their face, you know, do not think that if you try something different, oh, well, I won't make the same mistake that they made. No, you'll probably make a completely different mistake and still break your face. Sometimes things are just so stupid, and it's like we just have to butt our heads against them, and we didn't learn from the millions of mistakes. We just keep punching right through it, and you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to. And you also, if somebody makes a mistake, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. You can't just judge people by a stupid moment, or, I mean, especially if they've been a friend and they've stood by you, and, and then that's all you see. You don't remember the times that they've helped you or been there for you. All you see is that one stupid mistake they've made. That's it. That's all you see. It's disheartening. It really, really is. It's, and it's tiring. It's tiring it's like swimming in pudding, okay? Instead of swimming in this nice, cool, loose water, think about swimming in just hot, thick syrup, you know? You can't seem to move forward. You can't move back. You can't get any traction. You can't go anywhere. You can't seem to get rid of it. It clings to you, you know? And it's tiring. It is so tiring. And you think to yourself, well, I mean, what's the use, Why why? And I don't know. I mean, I don't know why we do it to ourselves. I don't know why we do it to each other. But we do. We're human. So, the next time you or somebody makes a mistake, give them a break. I mean, we all do stupid things. We all say stupid things. Looking back, I can think of tons of things. Oh my God. When they say hindsight is 20/20, yeah, it is. When you look back, you have the clearest vision you've ever had in your lifetime. And you start picking apart all these mistakes you've made. They're just lined up there for you to stare at. And you think to yourself, oh my God, I was so stupid. Why didn't I do A when I did B? Why didn't I do B when I did C? Don't look back too much and judge yourself or others on mistakes that are in the past. You can't change them. They've been beat to death. I mean, punched to death, mulled over, talked over, cried over, but you can't change them. They're done. Okay? So you recognize it for what it is. It was a mistake. I know what mistake I made. I know how I made it. I know when. I know why. I know the circumstances to whom it concerns. So when I go to this next step in my life, that stays back there. There's nothing I can do to change it. I can regret it. I can feel sorry about it. I can apologize for it. But up here, all I can do is try to learn from my mistake and make it better. So up here, I hope I get the chance with that person or whatever to fix it. That's all you can do. All we have is right now. That's gone. That's not here yet. We have this. So this is what you have to work with. And don't make the mistake of thinking that you have control over either of these two, because you do not. You are not promised this, and that's gone. It's done spent. So there you go. That is mistakes in a nutshell. Have I made some? Oh God, yes. Do I wish I could go back and change them? Some of them I do. Some of them were stupid, petty, childish, immature, and downright hurtful, and I wish I could. Some of them, you know what? I don't think I would change, because I learned something from them, and it fixed something here. So, no, I wouldn't fix all my mistakes. But I wish, like everybody else, I'm human. I wish I could go back and change a couple of things. All I can try and hope for is that I won't make too many further on down the road. So, yeah, try to give yourself a break, when it comes to mistakes. Try to be a little forgiving, a little understanding. And at some point watching this video, you have decided that it was a mistake to come to my channel, that I was a mistake. At least, I hope I was your favorite. Alright, so this is Box of Populi Diamond, my home away from home, away from home. I hope you enjoyed. M is for mistakes. And as always, I will see you next time. And this is MntDewMania, and I am so out of here. Later, guys.